Well, we have a cold night in the Northeast. A bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. But tonight, it's a good Week 9 matchup here on a Monday night, as it'll be the L.A. Chargers taking on the New York Jets. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Running on first down, Eckler. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. You talk about this Jets defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against, currently second best in the NFL.
And this unit knows exactly where they rank. They're number 2 against the pass in the NFL. You know they have their sights set on being number 1, looking for a big game today.
2nd and 7. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. 22 yards there, a first down.
I felt that one all. career. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Jets are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Up the middle, it's Cook. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. Right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass. So 4th from the bottom, Charles.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make, because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away at their timing.
Throw right side, Wilson. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks him right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Justin Herbert looking to pass. On the screen, this is Eckler. He's into space past the 25. Down the right sideline. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That one goes for 30 yards. Eckler will take this into the end zone for a Charger touchdown. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. To a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Up the middle with Eckler. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point try now from Dicker. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Throwing now is Rodgers. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And 22 more yards there and another 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Taking in left side, it's Wilson. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. The Jets at 4-3, a game over 500. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Get 300! Get 300!
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 22-yard line. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Alan Lazard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets are back within a score. And they use that height on the outside.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick six for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year one. By year two, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. Zerline good with a PAT, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Eckler now between the tackles. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. They'll come up 2nd and 7. On the option, here's Eckler. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I've got to give it up for him right there. Stared down the barrel of the blitz. Acted as his own blitz control. Knew he would take the hit and dumped it off, and they pick up a first down.
That's what the safety valve's there for, right?
That's exactly what he's there for, although most quarterbacks will tell you, I wouldn't mind actually having him in to protect so I don't get hit as often, but sometimes you just have to step up and make a play.
Now 2nd and 5. It's Eckler again. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 61 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. A handoff, it's Eckler. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll try the air now with Herbert. Sliding out of the pocket. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Herbert now. Quick slant complete to Keenan Allen. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick here is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3. And now Cook hit, and he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now Herbert following the turnover. He'll buy some time right. And he'll just get rid of it.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now they'll try and set up the quarterback draw here. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They'll come up now, 3rd and 3.
Home troops right. Ray.
Palmer going in motion right. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. 67 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Set. 5-9. Set.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler as the first half is winding down. And the Chargers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Now Bolden on the return. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with only 9 seconds remaining, and not much time, we'll see how they play this. Rodgers now on first down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Running on first down is Cook, but he didn't find much there. Call it a gain of 3, second down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Rodgers now to throw. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Rodgers going to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Rodgers directing traffic, going to change the play. Now this going to be a quarterback draw. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
26.
Now it's Rodgers. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
This Charger defense continuing to hold the line. Now it's a 3rd and goal situation. Now Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. You can already start to hear this crowd. They're saying, go for it.
Yeah, have we ever been at a game where you've heard the crowd go, field goal, field goal?
No, I have not. That's a good point.
Yeah, they always want to go for it, and I think they've got the right idea right now. The way they've moved the ball in this drive, I wouldn't stop that momentum. Go get it.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Now it's the Rams' 2nd all-time leading scorer kicking in a Dallas uniform, Greg Zuerlein. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and this is back down to a 7-point game. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. They're rocking and rolling, but the scoreboard doesn't show a big difference. You know, maybe it's one of those games where coaches say you can't miss your turn on offense.
I like the way you phrased it, especially with that. I love that rocking and rolling because the explosions on offense are happening. So that's going to get the crowd going. They're loving that. But defensively, they just can't get it together to get the stops they've needed in order to help increase their margin. They've got to find a way, but you're not counting on it. That's exactly what you said. Can't miss your turn, can't miss your opportunity.
Yeah, they're going for another opportunity now.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. From the 46, here's the 2nd and 8. Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler. He's across midfield. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for L.A.
21. Ready.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And the offense moving quickly to the line. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the 1st.
I don't think that run was anything that was designed, but when his reads were blanketed as he went through his progressions, all that was left was for him to run and try and pick it up himself.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Herbert going to change the look. And the slot man goes in motion left. On the give, this is Eckler. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Now Eckler. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Rodgers now on first down. The throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Rodgers to throw on second down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Anthony Schwartz, 63 yards. And the Jets have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Zerline connects on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
The Jets got solid production from Carl Lawson in year 1 with the team with 7 sacks. They want to be an even bigger presence in year 2 as one of the many playmakers in their strong defense.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's J.K. Scott now. And you wonder, could they possibly think about taking a safety here? And taken at the 46. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
To throw is Rodgers. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. Third and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 16.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Two timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So now you're in range to tie things with a field goal, but they still have plenty of time to work for a game winner, and they're trying to do so. Nice job defensively to force incompletion there.
The ball on the 16 for 2nd and 10. Rodgers to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead. And also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
Zerline good with a PA. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here's first down. Herbert. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Herbert to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clear.